that good, you have to take them with you. That's the whole thing about
All right,
these.
well, I'm ready for some ribs. This is the Rastelli 3 18-ounce fully cooked original or honey barbecue. These are the boneless rib options, item M95866. We are on 5 easy payments of $22. These are available on auto delivery every 60 days for a year. These are absolutely mouth-watering. Could not be easier to prepare. Chris, what do you have here?
I am trying to, I just had to show you something because I'm trying to maneuver these here without making too much of a mess, Brittany. But I just want to show you something.
Okay. Do you want some gloves? Are you messy or are you good?
I'm good. I'm going to just show you
Okay.
at home. This is your rack of ribs that you're getting at home, right? Can you do this at home with a rack of ribs, Brittany?
No, I wouldn't even attempt it.
Can you? You know why you can't? Because there's no bones in this, Brittany. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to flip it over to show you, if I can, how beautiful this is.
It's funny because I know that someone like my mom doesn't normally eat ribs because she doesn't like eating things without a fork and a knife.
Yep.
It's not that she doesn't like the flavor. So to be able to do this.
And why I'm showing you this, Brittany, I think it's really important. These are baby back ribs that are coming again from our friends over in the Eastern PA Amish country, right? What we do is we take these ribs and we slow cook them. We actually marinate them for about 3 to 4 hours, right? And then we slow cook them for another 7 hours. At that point, after we cook them, we let them cool to a certain temperature and we pull the bones out by hand. So all these little slots that you see here, you see all these little pockets? That's where the bones used to be. Then we actually take it and we put our barbecue sauce in. And the barbecue sauce literally fills these little pockets and actually continues to marinate these ribs. And these ribs actually came from a friend of ours, Al Bubba Baker, who actually created this rib for his wife because his wife did not want to get her fingers dirty. Okay, and he was a famous professional football player and who loved ribs, but his wife just refused to eat them. So this is where this came from, and it's just something so special because you're gonna be able to have a rib, right, that you can actually eat with a fork. And when I put these, when I'm pushing this up, I had to be so gentle because Brittany, these are so tender. I mean, when I tell you, like, fall off the bone, but there's no bone.
But there's no bone, right? They already fell off the bone.
They already fell off. But I want to just show you, just with this fork, just how tender these are. I'm going to peel this off. I'm going to just peel this meat apart. Brittany, go ahead. I mean, it's just going to fall apart.
This is incredible.
So this is what you're getting. And what's so special about this is because they're slow cooked for so long and it's so tender, there is absolutely no bone. So you're eating this from end to end. You're not going to throw out anything. You're not paying for all those bones. You're not paying for the fat because it's been all trimmed off.
Right.
You totally clean them. And these are baby back ribs. And what's the difference between baby back ribs and other ribs? Baby back ribs come closer to the back. So the rib is shorter, right? So since the rib is so short, you're getting meat. You're getting no fat. When you get further down the rib, where the ribs are longer, that's your spare rib with all that fat. We don't want that. We want just a beautiful, tender pork that is literally loaded with flavor because it's closer to the short rib with the baby back.
Yeah. So speaking of the flavors, Chris, what's the difference between the original and the honey barbecue?
So the original is going to be your bold. It's going to be your traditional kind of Western type barbecue. It has that bold flavor, right? And then your honey is going to be more of that subtle barbecue with a sweetness. So if you like a little zest, right, you go with the bold. If you like the little really sweetness, melt in your mouth sweetness, then you go with the honey. But I can tell you, they're both so delicious. It's kind of, for me, it's hard to choose. I mean, I usually have a favorite in this category when it comes to barbecue sauces. But both these sauces are so incredibly delicious, it's really hard for me to choose. So I usually have both in my freezer, to be honest with you.
I don't blame you. So these are fully cooked, so what do I do with them when I get them home?
These are fully cooked. So this is the most incredible thing about these. You're gonna get these home, they're gonna be frozen, thaw them out overnight, right? You can poke a little slit in these, Brittany, There's a little slit in it.
Sure.
And you can throw it in the microwave for 2.5 to 3 minutes.
That's it?
And that's it. So if you have a kid, if you have children or someone in school or college, or your grandson or granddaughter is in college, send them these ribs. They're going to love you. They're going to be the favorite person in the campus because they can cook these in their microwave. Baby back ribs, 2.5 to 3 minutes. If you don't want to do it that way, you can take them, you can put them right in the oven,
Okay.
right? And just put them on a sheet pan. I recommend a little foil so you
Still
don't burn
defrosting?
it. Still thawing out. Yeah, I like cooking these from thawed. I do, but
I love
I
it.
highly recommend
Yeah.
it. And these are really, really tender, so you got to be kind of gentle with them. So when you open the package, use a scissor, cut it long ways, and just drop it out. Squeeze the sauce on it. I also at home, I love these sauces, but sometimes I'm a barbecue sauce hog. I got to be honest with you. I love saucy. These are really saucy. It has just the right, perfect amount of glaze. And I'm going to just show you, Brittany.
Wow.
I'm going to just cut this in half. Because I just want to show you how.
I was just going to say, you make a sandwich with this
look
because
at this.
it's something you normally
I
couldn't
literally,
do.
with a fork, and I'm going to top it right here. You're going to get, Brittany, I would say almost, well, you can get 4 sandwiches with this. I mean, easily get 4 sandwiches. There's 4 right there.
Definitely.
Right, so 4 beautiful sandwiches like this. You can top it, if you have a favorite barbecue sauce that you want to actually take it to the next level or put a little extra on the roll, you can do that. It doesn't need it, but I actually like putting a little extra sauce on it. I also like it. See how I have it shredded here? Mm-hmm. This is.
I know what you're going to do with that.
This is incredible on mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. You know, and our girls love mac and cheese. All my family, my kids love it. I love it. It makes me happy.
It adds a little protein to it, so you don't feel like you're just eating a side dish.
But look at
becomes
this.
a meal.
It really does. Look how gorgeous that is. I
How
mean,
easy is that? So you're telling me I can make a mac and cheese for my kids, and then I can do 2.5 minutes in the microwave from thawed, and I just made sure rib dinner.
And I'm telling you, like easy mac and cheese. Like you can do just a really basic, simple item for this.
I do easy mac
Yeah,
and cheese.
and again, it's just
Nothing hard that goes on in my house.
and why
Everything's nice
not?
and easy.
But this is something like this is your rib platter. You know, I mean, you can put down here, you know, on your plate with your baked beans and your, you know, this is something.
And this is your traditional rib platter. You have your fries, your beans.
I got to tell you, I make a really good rib. I really do. I do the slow smoke. It takes me hours.
I was just going to say, how long does it take you?
It takes me, I rub it. I actually smoke them at 185 for almost 4 hours. And I have to tent them for another 3 hours. It's a 7 or 8 hour process before I get them onto the table for my family. I mean, I'm up early making ribs. When these came along, Brittany, I actually just started using these, honestly. I mean, because now now I have time with my family, quite honestly.
Right.
And that's what's important. You want to have time with your family.
I agree.
And you want to spend your time around the table with your family, not in the kitchen. And this is bringing you a premium baby back rib from our local farms that we're getting in fresh. We're actually trimming them. We're marinating them. We're hand actually marinating these, and we're letting them rest literally for 3 to 4 hours, Brittany, and then we're slow cooking them anywhere from 5 to 7. And each one's a little bit different because we want to make sure they're all literally fork tender.
Yeah.
Every single one that you have will be this from end to end. Look at that, right at the end where it's smaller, it's still moist, juicy, beautiful.
And you're receiving a lot. You're getting 3 18-ounce portions that have been fully cooked. So you have your choice of the original or the honey barbecue. So you are getting a lot. So if you do want to just do your rib night one night with the traditional fixings or sandwiches or top it over the mac and cheese, you have a lot of different options that we have available here. All you have to choose is whether you want the original, as Chris mentioned, it's a little bit bolder of a flavor, or the honey barbecue, which has the more of a sweet essence to it. And so we're on 5 easy payments of $22 for item M95866. And this is also available on auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. Look at that.
And what rib can you do this with? And this
Not one that I've ever seen.
I have to tell you, this is the one time when we do stuff on QVC with our QVC family that I can be messy. Ribs are made to be messy.
No, but they don't have to be. I disagree with you.
Well, with me, I make messes. With you, look at this.
Yeah,
my wife now.
Lisa can have a fork and knife.
She can have a fork. She doesn't even need a knife.
Nope.
I can put this on a plate for her, and she's literally peeling it apart and taking bites. But
no fingers.
When I eat ribs, I'm still digging in. I gotta be honest with you. But this is why it was this again. Al Bubba Baker did this for his wife because he wanted something that she didn't like picking the ribs up. So here you go. It is literally melting in your mouth. I mean, literally just fall apart, Brittany.
I am just enjoying every bite that I'm taking here that probably are too big, but.
But I just can't get over this with a rib. This is what really is, this is the magic of this rib. Every bone is literally pulled out by hand. Each bone, one at a time, is slowly removed by hand. And then you get those beautiful pockets here, and that barbecue sauce just fills those pockets. And it just makes it even more absolutely delicious. I'm telling you, this is something during the summer, during the winter, to have fresh barbecue ribs. There is nothing like it, and you have to do nothing. Putting fresh baby back ribs on the table in literally 3 minutes, 2.5 to 3 minutes. If you want to put it in the oven because you're doing other stuff, because that's how fast it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, you can throw them in the oven with a foil just so you don't get the pan messy, help you clean up a little bit. But it's going to cook. I mean, they're going to heat in 15 minutes from cold.
Can you put these on the grill?
Yeah. Well, you can, but
On
I
the
would
foil.
actually, I would put them on the foil.
Or the pan.
Yeah, because they are so tender, Brittany.
Yep.
If you put them on the open flame, it's going to be hard to get them off. But you can put them on a foil, shut the lid, and you're good to go.
Well, these are delicious, and you guys can't see, but our crew is standing by right now getting ready to dig into some of our boneless ribs and the other items that Chris and I featured with you tonight. We hope everybody had a really great Tuesday evening with us. I know we had a lot of fun.
We had a blast.
Happy Halloween to everybody. Next year, Chris and I are going to wear our costumes. What are we going to do?
We're going to be, I'm going to be a pumpkin.